Hello everyone, welcome to Cosmic Cassie if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. This is going to be an all signs new moon reading. Happy Labor Day if you celebrate it, happy new moon, and happy birthday to me. It's actually my birthday today. So I wanted to make sure that I got out the new moon reading for tonight. It is Central Time where I'm at, so wherever you are, if that new moon is coming in, the energy for moons usually lasts 3 days before the moon, 3 days after the moon, with the most potent time obviously being the night of the moon. I am going to go ahead and put timestamps in the description box below to make it easier to navigate. Otherwise, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the new moons. We're going to do it kind of short, sweet, simple, to the point is the way I prefer. So we're going to try to keep these a little bit short, but I'm not going to skimp out on any information that comes through. We are going to be using the Hocus Pocus deck today. I haven't used this deck before for a reading, so it should be interesting. I thought that it felt right to use the Hocus Pocus because it's kind of like you never really know what the moon energy holds for you. There's always kind of like that hidden energy. And so the Hocus Pocus deck I thought was just very fitting, very cool. So let me know if you like this deck in the comments, and if it resonated, if you enjoyed it, and I'll try to use it some more. For the full moon, I'll probably use it's the same kind of brand, but it's the villain one instead of the Hocus Pocus one. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and jump in. We are going to start off with Aries, okay? Let's see. Oops. And if you see me writing, it's just because I'm writing down when we start. So, Aries, what does Aries need to know for the new moon tonight? What does Aries need to know about this new moon tonight? What does Aries need to know about this new moon tonight? So first off, we have Page of Candles coming out. Bless me. Page of Candles coming out. Aries, this definitely gives me kind of like a, it makes me feel like you're up to something or you got something planned. There's something on your mind of like, I'm about to do something that nobody's aware of. But it's got the sun and the moon on her cloak here. And so even though it's almost like I got something planned, it's almost like I've planned this for a while. Like I've worked out all the strings. I've worked out how it's going to happen, what I'm going to do. There is some kind of plan that I think the new moon brings in for you to set into motion here. Obviously, new moon is all about manifesting the things that you want, bringing in, calling in the new things that you want to have happen this month. Aries, it definitely feels like you are doing that. But there's something with like the light and darkness of it. There's something with the cycles that it took to plan this, the cycles that it took to kind of think it up, create the energy, figure out what it is exactly that you're wanting to do here. It does feel like it's going to be successful, I'd say that. We have Seven of Lightning and Four of Candles. It feels very magical. It does. It feels very, very energetic. Whatever is here, it's almost like you're pulling the energy from the sun and you're also pulling energy from the moon to make this happen. It definitely has that like electric feeling here for whatever you're bringing in or whatever you're manifesting. There is something though around, I hear patience, and I also feel with that Four of Candles, there's something around like this had to be done in steps. It couldn't be done all at once. So it's like, you know, last month I did one thing and then, you know, now I'm putting another thing into motion and I don't know if you have more to put in motion. It feels like this might be one of the final pieces, but it definitely is something that took some time. And I think that's where I'm getting like the feeling of cycles of time, of stretched out time here. But it's like there had to be markers that were met to put it together. It couldn't just happen. There had to be a lot of planning and preparation done for this. What's the outcome? What's the outcome here? Keep wanting to pull one and they want to give me two. The outcome is Queen of Candles. Yeah, obviously you're being successful. You're going from Page of Candles to Queen of Candles, and it's definitely your energy, Aries. So the outcome, like I said, it's very successful. Whatever you're planning, whatever you did here, it's going to work. if this, and again, the interesting thing is she has the same kind of look that the Page of Candles has on her face. That gives me that feeling of like nobody saw this coming. No one knew that this was going to happen. It's going to be successful, Aries, but there is that energy of like the patience and the planning is going to pay off for you. It's just something very successful that you're doing, that you're putting effort, work, energy, time into, and it's finally coming to fruition. It's finally happening. So this could have been something that you manifested many, many moons ago, and now it's finally coming in and happening for you. Any advice? Any advice? Any advice for Aries? Advice is the 9 of Potions. It's wish fulfillment. It's be happy with what you've created, because whatever you've created, it's happening. So whether that is a positive or negative experience for you, those are the consequences of whatever you created. You're getting exactly what you wanted, so be happy about it. All right, Aries? So let's move on to, let's go into Taurus, right at 6:04 here. All right, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about this new moon tonight? Does Taurus need to know about the new moon tonight? Does Taurus need to know about the new moon tonight? Show me, what does Taurus need to know about the new moon tonight? I'm going to let that first one fall out, and then we'll pull more after if we need to, okay? So first out, we have the 2 of Candles, and then we have the Hermit, and then we have the Hierophant and the Tower, and the unseen force or energy is the 2 of Pumpkins. So Taurus, this definitely feels like with that 2 of Candles, there's something that you are trying to create in regards to having like action, movement, but it feels like it definitely involves someone else, someone that's not talking to you, someone that maybe has taken steps away from you, or you've taken steps away from them. There's an energy of like isolation, of separation here. And with that Hierophant, it's kind of like, how do I bring it back together? And the funny thing is, as they were coming out and I was like unfolding the cards, I definitely got this air of like witchcraft, of like magic, of I'm intentionally doing like, spell work, something like this. And with that Hierophant card, that definitely feels like I'm looking at the higher forces, I'm looking at different energies, I'm trying to figure out what can I do in a spiritual, energetic way to possibly resurrect something that I really want. And with that Tower, it's like, but it's not happening. There's something around, it keeps meeting an end. Every attempt meets an end. Every attempt does not lead the way I want it to. It keeps ending in a Tower moment each time I do this. The unseen force here, the unseen factor that I think maybe you're not looking at or you're missing, is that 2 of Pumpkins. There's something that's not balanced. It's like there's 2 energies that aren't balanced. So it could be that maybe you and someone else like separated, or you were disconnected from like an opportunity, from a place to live at, and you're trying to get back to it, and it's like you're really trying hard to pull it back together, to put it back into action, to reconnect something here, and you're willing to like look at it in an energetic, spiritual way on what can I do, how do I manifest. So that might be the new thing that you're trying to manifest this new moon. It doesn't feel like it's going to be successful though, because it's not that your manifesting skills are not on point. It's like they are. It does manifest, it does work, but then it ends in another Tower, and it's almost like it doesn't feel like it's the right time. It feels like the timing is off. And with this 2 of Pumpkins, it's almost like you guys, whether it's a person, an opportunity, a house, a place, a goal, whatever you're trying to bring into alignment here, whatever you're trying to create action with and like bring together, it's like you and that thing are on 2 very different vibrations here. You're not in alignment with it. You guys are in 2 different areas, and there's just not enough alignment to make it exist and to like make it continue to happen. So it's like, yeah, you're manifesting it, you're pulling it in, it works to a degree, but then it very much, I almost got the the image of like it coming back in your face, like it ends up hitting you back in the face, so it's like snapping back at you, and it actually is like it keeps ending in a tower. It's just not successful. It won't last, it won't maintain, it won't reach its full pinnacle point that you're looking for. So even though you're trying to resurrect it, you're trying to pull it back in, you're trying to reconnect with whatever this energy is, it's just simply out of alignment. It's not in alignment. It's out of tune. It can't. It's almost like in the world of energy, it can't exist on the same energetic plane because it's in two different vibrations. You live in one world, this thing lives in a different world, and so they can't. The worlds can't merge until there's alignment in energy here. But it's like you do keep manifesting it, you do keep trying everything you can to bring it back together. It just does not work. It's not working. It keeps ending. So Taurus, I would say that whatever this is, it's just it. No matter how much you think that you're bringing it back, it's gonna fail because it's not in alignment. It's not on the same vibration, the same existence. And then we have Queen of Lightning coming out here. So this is almost like I don't know. It's like an energy of it's like I'm showing up, but I'm not showing up. And I think that's part of why it's out of balance, is because either you or that thing, it's not actually interested in putting effort in. There's no interest in actually putting the effort. It's like, I want to have this, but I don't want to work for it. I don't want to have to like, and I don't mean work for it. It's like, I'll work for it to get it, but once I have it, there's some kind of laziness or lackadaisical energy that comes with maintaining it. And it's like, you still have to keep putting work in and effort in order to hold on to it. But that's the missing point, is like, yeah, I can bring it in, but then there's a lack of effort. There's a lack of work being put in to keep it, to have it, to hold it. What's the advice? What's the advice for Taurus this month with the new moon? What's the advice for Taurus with this new moon? The advice here is, we have 3 of Potions. It needs to be a collaborative energy. It needs to be something where it's like we're both agreeing to have this, because part of that like spell work energy that I got, Taurus, is like you're pulling it in, you're forcing it to come towards you, even though it's like there's a misalignment here, and it's like you're forcing it in. But there needs to be more of an energy of collaboration, of joint effort and enjoyment. It's like you and that thing both need to want each other. And if you both don't want each other, it's not in alignment. There's not a shared frequency for each other. So the more that you're forcing it to come towards you, and you're forcing it to happen, and you're forcing it to manifest, that's why it kind of keeps backlashing and ending, because you and this thing are not in the same frequency. So there needs to be a shared, joint, collaborative enjoying of being with each other, of it's like there needs to be a happiness, a celebration of coming together, rather than one being forced and the other forcing, right? So Taurus, let me get one last card for you. What is this last one for? How's it going to end? If you keep doing it this way, if you keep forcing it and not allowing it the time, not creating the frequency match here, this is, how is it going to end? How is this going to ultimately end? If this is the energy we continue with. Show me, how is it going to end for Taurus if this is the energy that we continue with. The ending is the 6 of Pumpkins. It's like, yeah, you're going to have, there is going to be an energy of like recognition, success, victory, but there's almost like this energy of it's fake success and victory, because it's almost like these pumpkins are smiling and they're all happy, but I feel like this is like a negative energy pulling it together. This is like, it's almost like we're pretending to be happy, we're pretending to be smiling, we're pretending. And so if we don't give it the time and the right energy to align it correctly, it's like, yeah, you're gonna keep getting it, it's gonna eventually win and have success with it, but there's this very like fake suppressed energy. So like on the surface, yeah, I'm so happy that I got this thing, and this thing is happy that it got me, and like it finally came into alignment, and it's like, no, it really didn't come into alignment. It was just a lot of forced energy here. but it's like it's wrapped up in this very negative kind of energy and this very false, negative, resentment, animosity kind of energy. And I don't think anyone wants to really like move forward in that kind of energy or have what they want when they secretly kind of suppressed wise feel really negative about it. Okay, Taurus, that's all for you for this new moon. Let's go ahead and move on with Gemini. We are right at 15 or 1454. So Gemini, let's go see what we need to know about this new moon energy for you. What does Gemini need to know about this new moon? What does Gemini need to know about this new moon tonight? What does Gemini need to know about this new moon tonight? Go ahead and see, Gemini, what is coming out for you. First one out is we have the 10 of Potions, and then to support the 10 of Potions, we have Strength, Sun, and Page of Candles. Gemini, this new moon is really a chance for you to bring in a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. I think there's almost like this resetting kind of button that's happening here, but it requires you to see it for what it is. And I also think that it requires you to practice a lot of boundaries here, right? It's about creating and bringing together the things that you want, the abundance that you want, the life you want. That all is available. That energy is here for you. It's going to be very easy for you to manifest that with this new moon, Gemini. But at the same time, what it requires is that you hold back from things that are going to distract you or make you feel defeated or make you feel like you even have to like share your blessings, share the manifestations to a point where you're feeling you're losing them. And even with that sun energy, it's like you have to see what's in front of you for what it really is, because it's like, yeah, there's sun coming up from behind it, but in front of it is like this thing that's pretending like I'm the sun, you know, I'm the thing that's actually giving you the sun. It's like, no, you're not. You're like a statue, and I need to go around you. I need to maneuver around you. That strength is being able to stand your ground and see the things that are in your path for what they are. And I feel like there's negative things in your path here. Honestly, it feels like there's maybe people who want to block you, or people who are really easily able to like get to you and kind of get you in a negative mindset or a negative mood here. And it's like you have to be able to see it for what it is and then move around it, avoid it, stand your ground, push it out, do whatever you need to do, but don't get caught up in the illusion of someone else creating your happiness, or someone else you having to share something with someone else, you having to give and allow someone else to come in and take some of that 10 of potion here. And it's like there's a lot of happiness and joy that's there for you, but it definitely feels like there's something blocking it. There's something or someone trying to block it, trying to mislead you, misguide you from being emotionally fulfilled here. But absolutely, the new moon brings in that ability and the energy to create a lot of happiness. Show me advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini with this new moon. Advice for Gemini with this new moon here. It is a very beautiful energy. And Gemini, the outcome is that you do end up coming out on top, because you end with the Page of Candles, and it's like you're going on a journey. You're going on a new journey here. You're learning some things, right? You're learning, but you're ultimately going to succeed in learning those things. And this energy just really makes it come in. Advice is Magician. Use the resources, use your power, use your ability to really create the things that you want. You are in complete control of your reality at this time. And that's why I'm saying with that 10 of Potions, it's like you have all this energy available to you to be completely happy and fulfilled and to enjoy the life that you have. Like there's all that energy is available, and it's really easily accessible this new moon, but you have to see it for that. You have to see that energy is there and pull the energy in and use it wisely to make it happy, to make things more enjoyable, to create that energy. Because I feel like there's people. And the funny thing is, the exact same picture that's on here is like the exact same statue that's blocking the sun. And so it's like, yeah, you have to make sure that you're not getting distracted or dissuaded or allowing someone to come in and kind of manipulate that energy and make you feel like you can't do it or that it's not possible or it's not available to you. You have to really learn to navigate like darker forces in your life. And that could be people, that could be career, that could be family, that could be your own like thoughts and beliefs and habits, but there is some kind of like darker force here that's like combating you with pulling in this 10 of potions energy. And it's like you have the resources, you have the ability to really navigate around it and not lose that chance or that opportunity here, but you have to make that conscious choice to do that. You have to recognize what's in your path and then choose to leave it there rather than even combat it. I wouldn't even say fight it, because then again you're getting your eye off the prize. You're being distracted from what you can do here. Gemini, that's all I have for you for this new moon. Let's go ahead and move into Cancer. We're right at 2022. All right, Cancer, let's see what we need to know for this new moon. What does Cancer need to know for this new moon? Show me Cancer. Just try to shuffle it at least, 3 times here. Does Cancer need to know for this new moon? Cancer, what do they need to know for this new moon here? I got a song in my head while I'm shuffling Cancer. So I don't know if that's significant. Maybe you're listening to it or you will be listening to it. Oh, we got a hidden card back there. All right, Cancer, coming out for you, we have Knight of Pumpkins. We have the 6 of Lightning and the 10 of Lightning here. So a lot of energy, a lot of action, thought, communication here. With that Knight of Pumpkins, it's like this has been slowly building, slowly being created. And I think you've been kind of like, there's something very physical about the Knight of Pumpkins besides the fact that it's pumpkin energy, but it's like there's something very physical creation, like building, creating. There's some kind of sense of possibly stability that we've been working towards, that we've been doing a really good job at creating over time. We've been patient and slowly working towards that end goal. And then with the 6 of Lightning, it's like, oh my gosh, there's like sudden communication, there's sudden movement, it's coming from a lot of different directions. And that 10 of Lightning is showing us that like it's creating a lot of excess energy. It's almost like it's all of this different energy coming in towards us, and it allows us to create a lot of energy leaving us. So even though the energy is not moving directly at us, it's almost like there's a lot of messages, there's a lot of communication that's going to be coming in towards you, Cancer, during this new moon. Whatever you're manifesting, it's weird. It doesn't even give me like a strong manifestation energy here. It gives me more of like, I've been kind of focused on building, focused on, creating something, focused on, making something happen, like something in the very physical, whether it's like money, a project, stability, a house. It's like there's a goal, there's something that I've been keeping my eye on and patiently working towards and building and creating. And suddenly, because we've put all that energy into like really being patient and creating something and creating some kind of abundance here, all this energy of communication comes at us, and it actually allows us to communicate back. It gives us more opportunity, more messages, more insight on how to push that energy back out in a very direct way, a very focused, communicative way here. Show me the 6 of Lightning. What is the incoming messages? Show me the 6 of Lightning. Knight of Candles. It's like the incoming messages have a lot to do with opportunities of like things that we didn't see before. And it's like, then it comes in and it's like, hey, did you know that you could do this? This is an opportunity as well. So we've worked on like building this Knight of Pumpkin up. We've worked on building like some kind of stability, some kind of like money, abundance, there's something very physical about the Knight of Pumpkins, and that Six of Lightning comes in, and it's all these different opportunities of different directions we can go in, different things that we can do that we never were aware of, that we didn't see. And it could be because maybe we were in like this lack mindset, right? And so we had to build up this very physical thing in order to release ourselves from that lack mindset. And now that we're not in lack, we're able to see all these opportunities for what they are. And they're finally coming in, like they're not hidden anymore. They're not in the dark anymore. We can actually look at it and say like, wow, that's something that I can do. And the opportunity is coming directly at you. It's communication coming directly at you about these opportunities here. And then we had a couple cards fall out really quick here. We had 11 of Pumpkin fall out, and we had, 2 of Pumpkin fall out, and 12 of Suspension. So it's like, yeah, you used to be really imbalanced. There's something that you used to be like energetically very imbalanced. You felt really trapped all the time. You felt really like almost like hopeless. It feels like I can't figure it out, like nothing's working. I'm suspended. I'm trapped. I can't get out of this. It's like, yeah, that caged energy, right? And suddenly we broke free of that. We did what we needed to do to break free of that. So now we're seeing these opportunities. And then this 10 of Lightning is what we do with those opportunities. Show me advice for Cancer. Show me advice for Cancer. What is the advice for Cancer with this new moon? We might just, right when I was about to pull one. Advice here is, we have 3 coming out here. We have the 4 of Lightning, so much lightning energy here. 4 of Lightning, Justice, and Transformation. Cancer, this is saying because you chose to free yourself, because you found a way to unbind the ties that like made you feel held down, that made you feel stuck. And I feel like a lot of other people were actually putting these ties on you. It wasn't even like things you were doing. It was like obligations to other people, burdens from other people, situations with other people. And it was really making you feel held down. But because you chose to break free of that, there is going to be some kind of like really like it's a nuanced energy where it's like the same things that used to hold me down are now creating opportunities for me. The same things that used to try to pull me back are the very things that I can use and wield to move forward. There's some kind of justice in it. There's some kind of return. And sometimes justice isn't the way that we see it. Sometimes it's learning to turn our burdens into blessings. And that's very much what this feels like, is that the very things that used to make me feel like I couldn't do it and that I was held back and that I was incapable, going through that situation, going through that energy and experiencing it and then breaking free of it is the very thing. Like I created justice for myself because now those are no longer weaknesses. Those are power points for me. Those are things that I use to be more powerful in my energy, that I can navigate through anything, that I can move through anything. It doesn't hold me back anymore. But I will say, last thing here, Cancer, there is this kind of like weird energy that I do pick up on in a very subtle way of like, I don't ever want to say and like make people scared to feel like there's like people doing witchcraft or spell work against them, but there is something here about, I can energetically feel it. You're being targeted energetically. Okay, that's the way I'll put it. It does feel like there is this air of like, possibly during this new moon, some people are using that energy to directly affect you, but you can overcome it. You've already overcome it, but I just want you to be aware, to maybe double down on your protection, double down on your manifestations, and like making sure those are protected. Watch the people that you share things with, watch what you say to other people, because this definitely feels like there's this very subtle energy of people working against you, and it could just be a single person, but there is some kind of energetic interference here of like someone trying to control you energetically or prevent something. They're trying to get in your way, trying to stop something, trying to, I don't know, it's just some kind of energetic pull here from someone else trying to interfere with you in your life, trying to influence it. in a certain way here. So just be aware of that and do what you need to do in order to protect yourself, your manifestations, and keep moving forward, because you absolutely have shown and proven that like nothing can hold me down, and that's becoming a point of power for you. And some people may not like that, especially if they're the ones that were trying to hold you back. They don't want to really see you break free, and they definitely don't want to see you move forward. So just be aware of that, Cancer. But let's go ahead and move into the next sign here. We're going to move right into Leo at 29:37. All right, Leo, let's see what it is that you need to know about this new moon tonight. What does Leo need to know about this new moon tonight? One more shuffle here. What does Leo need to know about this new moon tonight? Show me, Leo. What does Leo need to know about this new moon tonight? I keep wanting to give you clusters. Show me, Leo. What does Leo need to know about this new moon tonight? Trying to let that first one fall out before I start pulling them. Show me, what does Leo need to know about the new moon? Okay, first one out, Leo, is the Six of Potion. By the way, that cauldron says dead man's toes with a heart next to it. Those are toes in the cauldron. Leo, I think you're starting to see the things that you haven't seen before, okay? And then we have the world. This feels like I'm finally seeing people for who they are. I'm finally smelling the funk in the room. I'm finally seeing the elephant that's been here the whole time. It feels like there's, with this new moon energy, Leo, it's almost like the thing that comes in for you, it's not necessarily clarity, but it's like a reality check in a way, because we're suddenly able to feel and see and sense people for who they are, like people that have been around us. And then we have the Four of Candles, and it's like these are people that I think are definitely in our lives. They're close to us. They're a part of our like inner circle or